Hey, everybody, what is up? And I say that with an exclamation point rather than a question mark because you can't answer anyway. So it's a declaration. What is up? Michelle, and for you, there's a question mark. What is up? Question mark.
I'm sitting here right now with two of my favorite people. We're about to get started on our 6 questions, and that's what's up,
And
Dan.
I did forget to mention this is 6 questions with Dan and Michelle. So welcome, everybody. And please welcome our guest, Vicki Cerven-Astell. Hi,
Woo!
Vicki.
Hi guys, nice to see you. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy
Thank you so
Monday
much
to
for doing this,
yourself. So
Vicki.
you just gave away when we're recording it, but that's okay. It's no big secret. Now Vicky is and has been for the past 4.5 years the president of Troy Kiwanis. This is a great organization that we are working with, and we're very thrilled about that. So we're going to get a chance to learn what Kiwanis is doing in the community. We're going to learn more about Vicky. Guys, like we can't keep this to ourselves, so we had to have you. So Vicky, thank you so much for being part of this today.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and the only way to go from here is to go into the questions right now. Vicky, every Kiwanis, there are, I want to say like thousands of Kiwanis clubs all across the nation. And although they're all part of the same organization locally, they all have their own individual missions. So what can you tell us about the individual and local mission of Troy Kiwanis?
Well, Troy Kiwanis is still equated to helping children, one community, one child at a time. The Troy Kiwanis mission focuses on mental health in children up through ages of 18. Within that, the Troy Kiwanis has emphasized what we call the Kiwanis Inspired Teens Fund, which is called KIT Fund. And within that, in the last 2 to 3 years, we've developed it into a process where school counselors are identifying students that fall within a mental health space where they need help, they need assistance, but their families are financially strapped. They don't have insurance, they're low income, and their kid is going through some type of trauma, per se. So those counselors will actually identify those students, go through a list of different means as far as like what they can and what they can't do. And then they will pass it, they will get parental sign off, and then those parents will then go to Altana Family Therapy Center that we have partnered with, Troy Kiwanis has partnered with, to do the counseling for those students. And one of the things that mental health space is so large is that students have to wait a long time. So one of the things that the Troy Kiwanis has done is cut out the red tape. We cut out the red tape, the middleman, we reduce the wait times so that student after the parental sign off can get counseling within 24 to 48 hours.
That seems really critical to me because when you need mental health assistance, you need it. You don't need it in 6 months.
Yeah.
Right.
You need it. And if you've actually figured out a way to cut that out, that's a huge accomplishment.
Right. And so then Troy Kiwanis will fund those counseling sessions up to 12 sessions per student. And so we've been doing it now for just a little over a year. And within the last 3 months, we've actually had probably about 100 counseling sessions go through this program.
Wow.
That's there are so many nonprofit organizations that are doing things, that are working to make an impact. And I'm sure they're all making an impact in their own way. But this is so direct. And so a person needs help and they got it because of what you were able to do. That's tremendously powerful.
Yeah.
Right. And one of our middle schools actually had a student that was thinking of suicide. So within a matter of days, we were able to get that middle school person in with counseling and change their directory for what's happening in their lives.
Which means that whoever donated the money that ultimately paid for those sessions plausibly saved that person's life.
Yeah.
That is exactly right. And that's where our donors come in and our participants in our fundraiser during the year get that actual, they may not know the name of that student, but they know that they are affecting that student's life.
All right, so Vicki, prior to Kiwanis, I know you worked for Sears, and it looks like maybe you did some managing for maybe like a data firm. Might be getting that wrong. Okay, so what made the transition to working for a nonprofit now, like the nonprofit sector? What made that a good transition for you?
Yeah, so within my 23 years with Kmart and also my 14 years with a private POS computer software system, I did a lot of managing. So I managed, I worked with clients, I worked with Fortune 500 companies to work with their IT departments and a whole vast amount of vendors throughout my course of my years. So within that, it gave me the opportunity to see a lot of things in the for-profit world. But once I left the for-profit world, it's like, what do I want to do? I wanted to make an impact in a different way. And that was where I kind of came into Kiwanis because we can impact kids on an everyday basis or however it forms within our mission.
Now, so it sounds like caring for kids, like how that, where did that kind of come in for you when you were thinking you wanted to make an impact?
Well, I kind of grew up with a mother that was a teacher. So there's a lot
Okay.
of that whole mentality coming in there. It's like teaching and making an impact. And she did it for 20 some years and made impact on students that would, call her out on the street as they were walking by and just say, you impacted my life.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I guess once you get used to the idea of being around people who are impacting each other's lives, it, that there's got to be a pull to that, right? Like, okay, I want to do that too. Maybe you have to have a certain kind of heart, but you clearly do.
You just see what the results are. I think is the big thing. Is like how did my mother impact those students that she had in first grade, and now they're 20 and they're 30 years old, and they're still actually saying, "Hey, I want to know you. I want to say hi to you on the street." And coming from a small town environment, I mean, that was very impactful.
There's just something about doing what brings you joy and making you happy for work. I know we're in this environment where you need to work, work, work and save and do, but when you don't have something that's really fulfilling, that's very difficult to just continue, especially we're talking about mental health, especially with your mental health and just digging into that. So I love that you were able to kind of take a step back and say, no, what do I love? What do I want? That's important.
Vicki, working in the nonprofit sector, clearly it's critical that giving is flowing. And I'm wondering if you could tell us, based on what you're hearing from prospective donors these days, what's the most important thing people need to know in order for them to want to give?
I think they need to know what is the impact. So it's kind of like the storytelling of what you're doing in your mission. So our
Mhm.
storytelling is that we can give examples. We can't give examples of the actual student, but we can give examples of how their trajectory changed from they couldn't get out of bed in the morning until now they're thriving. And they've also actually gone on to college and they're thriving. So,
Mhm.
from a student that couldn't get out of bed in the morning to go to school in high school, now they are accomplishing more than what they ever thought they could in college.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's it right there. And we've heard that with other people that we work with that are also in and around the nonprofit sector. It's not just here's what we do, here's our process, here are our programs. It's here's the difference it's making, and we can be really specific and show you. I think when you can do that, that's when people say, okay, I think this is worth my generosity.
Right. And I think, as we develop into our program, we're getting more and more testimonials based on different nuances. I mean, of course, we'll never know the names of these students that we're helping, but we can see, which different little changes have affected. And especially the school counselors can tell you too. It's like this kid was, couldn't make it down the hallway. Now they're skipping down the hallway for, being a positive mentality during the day.
Now, Troy Kiwanis, so I know through the KIT Fund you help get mental health services, but you also help kids on the other end of that to set them up with leadership and kind of set them up for success in that realm to kind of keep it going. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So Troy Kiwanis supports 4 different key clubs, which are the mini version of Kiwanis in high schools. And so we support them and we provide leadership opportunities through community involvement. So we want them to engage in the community and give back in the community at the high school level so that as they go through their college years and they go out into the professional world, that they have that mentality to give back as they go. So we provide leadership opportunities like leadership summits where we bring in professional speakers and provide Q&A and also experience from those professions. And we also do virtual career fairs where we bring in 9 to 12 different professionals for 30 minutes each, and they talk about their professions so the kids and the students can understand these are all different opportunities. You may not have a straight line career path. You may have different bumps and turns along the way. So just because you're in engineering today, you may be in, let's say, nonprofit in 10 years. So again, trying to give them a variety of different professions.
And you're seeing that really take off with the kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
We actually have some kids in our key clubs actually going on and running for offices in district and also international. So that's a really big plus that they can do all those different types of leadership before they even get to college.
Wow. All right, Vicki, on any given day, what are you listening to? What's on your playlist? What music do you like?
I probably like easy listening or a little bit of country. I kind of like a little bit of everything. Maybe not the heavy metal per se, but things that kind of give me a positivity for the day, something that uplifts.
Yeah, okay. Does the music choice, do you start that right in the morning? Is it only in the car? Is it like where does music come into play in your world?
It probably comes into play like when I'm doing office work, I'll just have it kind of in the background going as I go through the day. So it'll be off and on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you and
That,
Dan share that in common.
oh yeah, for sure. That was the way she started the answer. It was starting out like a Donnie and Marie song, wasn't it? I'm a little bit country. You really don't want me to sing anymore. But that,
It's not a
yeah,
day if Dan doesn't say something.
this is true. This is true. Vicky, are those the most colorful glasses you have, or is it just part of a whole world of colorful glasses?
So, of course, by the time you get a certain age, you have to have readers. So, so green
Yeah,
green is my go-to, and purple
I
is
am
my
at
go-to.
that age. I know. Yes.
So I
Yes.
have glasses in every room, and green is actually my brightest color of readers in the
Okay.
house.
So those are readers, because the thing about those, it's like just based on the size of them, because since I've entered the reading glasses era of life, not really by choice, but like I understand, like I used to see, like you'd see Carl Levin, who'd be like, what good are they doing you when they're on the edge of your nose like that, right? Well,
Right.
now I understand it. Um, but but is it possible to put those down and see over them, or like how does that work?
No, these just stay on. I mean, it's
Okay.
just,
Okay.
I wear contacts, so these just come on and off as I,
Right.
go through the day.
So that's the whole thing. Because I do the same thing. I wear contacts for distant vision. And then so while I'm wearing the contacts, I need the readers. Same thing, right? And
Yep.
then when you take the contacts off, you can be like, I can see this, but I'm not sure who you are.
Yeah, you just have to be careful when you go downstairs with readers. You just want to take them off as you go
Oh
downstairs.
yeah. Oh, for sure.
I
But
wouldn't have known
it's
that.
this whole world. Michelle, believe me, if you don't have to join this club at any point, you don't want to.
Well, if I do, that's a
But
good thing to know.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
just
it is.
go
It
to
is.
Amazon and get the colorful ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I love those. That is my favorite color, green, by the way. And
Uh,
I've made my mom put readers in every single room. And because she has so many. She just found a whole other bag full that she has. But I'm like, it just makes sense. You put them in every room, so you
Yep.
have
mhm.
them for every room.
Well, and also you need like different power levels too. Like one for when you're looking at your
Oh yeah.
phone, and then another one for something that's a little further away. They're just like all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, you can pretty much go into any CVS or Walgreens or somewhere, and they've got readers and stuff. But if you want the colorful ones, you really have to go to Amazon.
Amazon.
Yes.
Amazon.
Yes.
All
Which is why I'm a little surprised that when we asked you about the music, you didn't mention Elton John.
right.
But
Oh,
He was a colorful guy.
that would have really aged me.
Right, Vicki, last question, and I've enjoyed my time with you so much. What do you love most about your husband, Chuck?
Oh man, there's a lot of things, but I would say his ability to laugh, make me laugh, just his outlook in life. He's just a joy. His smile just like sends me to the moon every time I see it. So to me, he's like my world.
Now, how long have you been married for?
We've been married 31 years in July, this past July.
Oh, congratulations on 31
Thank you.
years. So, where did you guys meet?
Well, we met. He's a Minneapolis guy. I'm a Southwest Iowa gal, and we met in New Jersey.
Whoa.
We were both working for
naturally.
Kmart.
Yeah.
Yeah. We both worked for Kmart, and we both moved around the whole Midwest to different towns and different states, and we ended up in New Jersey, and that's where we met.
Oh my gosh. Now, was like you guys just shared a lot in common. That's kind of how.
I think we do. Yeah, we share a commonality in sports, and right now we're really into the WNBA.
Wow.
We love that, and Indiana Fever is our big thing. So we're passionate WNBA fans. So sports, I think, is our commonality, and also just family.
Yeah. Wow. You know what? I would not have pinned you for basketball. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I played
Yeah.
basketball in high school and intramural and college, so that's kind of my background. And my parents were always uh, very involved in getting us into sports. So throughout my whole high school and middle school, I was in sports of some type.
Wow. Okay, so you're like out there
Yeah.
kicking kids' butts then,
Were you
right?
like what position? What position
No.
did you play? What position did you play in basketball?
Well, basketball in Iowa at the time when I was growing up was a 6-on-6. So it was half
Oh,
court. So I played forward, and my sister actually played guard, but sometimes I would play guard too. But Iowa was one of the last two states, I believe, to go 5-on-5. So I was playing 6-on-6.
Wow.
wow.
So
That
so
I,
who's
I'm
so
never even heard that.
you have more shots than your sister then? Is that
More shots? Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean it's
She was like she was a big tall guard, so she was like 6'1", so she's really tall.
yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
that's
Well, we now
awesome.
know the next time we're trying to organize a pickup game, we
Yeah.
need to get Vicky and her sister.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like her
Absolutely.
sister can play center.
Oh yeah.
All right. We've learned a lot here that we had no idea, and that will be valuable information we will take into the coming days. Believe me, Vicky. Thank you so much for doing this. We've
Well,
really enjoyed getting to know these sides of you.
yeah, thank you. This has been fun.
Yeah, this is so great.
for us too.
Yeah, thank you
All
so much,
right.
Vicki, for who you are, for what you do, for the ways that you show up for the community, and just you're a great person. We're very,
Yeah, and
very
thank you.
grateful
And
for what
we're
you
excited to, partner with you guys to do more for the community. So we love that part.
Yeah, and I do want to say this before we wrap up. Those of you watching, the Kit Fund at the Troy Kiwanis, as Vicki was describing, every donation has the potential to completely transform the direction of a young person's life. So please do give some consideration to supporting that, and we'll be putting out information about that in the coming days, weeks, and months. But thank you everyone for watching. Michelle, thank you for co-hosting as always.
do. Of course,
Vicki,
thanks for
thanks for
tuning
being
in.
with us, and everyone. There's another one coming right behind it, so don't miss the next episode of Six Questions with Dan and Michelle.